This episode is sponsored by Petra Kolb. Hello and welcome back to Film Pro Productivity and Success, the podcast that helps creative people to live a more focused, effective and happy life. My name is Carter Ferguson and this is episode 156, Unlocking Your Potential, 5 Key Habits that Drive Success. Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. And this profound insight holds especially true in the creative industries where consistency in practice, networking, learning and project development can differentiate the successful from the rest. Ignite your creative spark. So what if your next project could not only be a masterpiece, but also a pivotal moment in your career? What if you could leverage your creative talents to catapult you into new realms of success and recognition? Well, this isn't just a possibility, it's well within your reach if you can harness the power of habit. Today, I'm going to reveal some of the secret habits of highly successful professionals in the creative industries. And getting ahead in this game is not always about raw talent or who you know. It's about what you do every day that shapes your career trajectory, and your daily routines are potentially the most powerful tools at your disposal for unlocking your creative potential. Author, speaker and personal development expert Brian Tracy says successful people are simply those with successful habits. And he's not wrong. By understanding and adopting the habits of successful people and industry leaders, you're not just copying a formula, you're cultivating a foundation of improvement and consistent performance. And this is how ordinary people like us can transform ourselves into extraordinary creatives. Let's dive into what some of these transformative habits are and how you can integrate them into your daily life to not only achieve but exceed in your creative endeavours. Crafting your path to success. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Jim Ryan, unquote. In the world of film, theatre and television, where I earn my living, it's perhaps fair to say that the early bird does indeed catch the worm, and rising early is a common thread amongst many of the successful professionals in our industry. And it's about more than just getting an early start to the day. It's about claiming a few quiet hours devoid of distractions, which can be crucial for creative brainstorming and decision making. This practice of rising early can significantly boost your productivity and set a positive tone for the entire day. Rising early allows you to start your day with a proactive mindset, giving you more time to focus on your goals, further establish healthy habits, and ultimately achieve greater productivity and success. And if you can crack that one, you'll be well on the way to success. Another key habit that enhances efficiency is the mastery of to-do lists. And this might seem trivial or overly simplistic, but the magic lies in its ability to clear mental clutter. By organising your tasks into manageable segments, you not only streamline your workflow, but you also enhance your focus. And each item that you check off is a small victory, building momentum throughout the day. And for creatives juggling with multiple projects, this method of task management can be particularly empowering. My whole life when I'm working at my most efficient, and I can assure you that this is not my everyday status, is one that is led by to-do lists. And in order for me to keep to these, however, I also create a list of not-to-dos. A not-to-do list helps you identify time-wasting or unproductive activities, allowing you to stay focused on important tasks, better manage your time, reduce distractions, and increase overall productivity. Third up on today's list is networking. Networking, yes, although often dreaded, I suppose, it plays an instrumental role in your career trajectory. I'll say that again, in your career trajectory. It's not just about collecting business cards, it's about building genuine relationships that could open doors to new opportunities and collaborations. I mean, if you've been living with your head in the sand, or if you've just started out in this as a career, you may not have noticed, but it's not solely about what you know, but also who you know. Engaging with peers at workshops, industry meetups, or even through social media platforms can provide valuable insights and opportunities that would otherwise be inaccessible to you. I've found that post-COVID, far from things becoming easier on this front, networking opportunities have become far less frequent. And with that said, though, 3 ways in which you can fairly easily network are still at your fingertips. First of these would be to attend industry-specific events and conferences, introducing yourself to fellow professionals and engaging in meaningful conversations. Next up would be to leverage professional networking platforms such as LinkedIn to connect with like-minded individuals and participate in industry-related discussions and forums. Or why not join local or online associations or groups that are specific to our industry, allowing you to meet and collaborate with other professionals within your field. Continuous learning is another element of sustained success. The creative landscape is constantly shifting with new technologies and storytelling techniques emerging regularly, especially since the onslaught of AI. But by staying updated with the latest trends and continually honing your skills, whether they're through online courses, workshops, or by simply consuming media through YouTube or whatever, you will ensure that your work remains relevant and innovative. The next item on my list here is time management. It's productivity itself. It's a crucial skill that enables us to prioritize tasks, to work efficiently and maintain focus on our goals. Some strategies that you might use to improve your time management and increase productivity are as follows. Set clear goals and priorities. Establish the SMART goal system. There's an episode about it if you want to go and check it out. So establish specific, measurable, achievable, relevant and time-bound goals. And this will help you to direct your efforts and allocate your time more effectively. Next up, create a daily schedule. Plan your day by allocating time for tasks based on their importance and their urgency, and break down larger tasks into smaller, manageable steps to make progress more achievable. These, I know, are very, very basic productivity things, but these are things worth doing. Another thing you could do is to use the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule, which suggests that 80% of outcomes often result from 20% of the tasks. So you can identify and prioritize the most impactful tasks in your life to maximize your productivity. And another way to get on top of your productivity is to minimize distractions. Identify common distractions and develop strategies to manage them, such as designated times for checking emails or checking your social media. I talk about this sort of thing in the last episode. Next up, you can delegate and outsource. Whenever possible, delegate or outsource tasks to others that can handle them more efficiently, allowing you to focus on your high priority responsibilities. I've struggled with this one a bit, partly because I have not found an amazing team of people willing to work with me to solve some really complicated problems I've got with some of the projects that I've got on, but I am more and more looking to spend money to hire people. For perhaps Fiverr would be a good example of what I've done. I have delegated some design stuff to Fiverr. I would say I'm 50-50 on Fiverr. I have wasted as much money as I have put into it, but I do try to outsource whenever I can. And the final simple productivity technique to better your time management skills would be to practice time blocking. I think I've done an episode on that fairly recently. Within time blocking, you can dedicate specific time slots each week. This is like a school timetable, as it were, for things like deep work, which again I did an episode on recently, for meetings, for breaks, and for other activities to create structure and balance in your day. That little list of things, I'll just go through them again. Set clear goals and priorities, put dates on them as well to complete by, creating a daily schedule. That's to-do lists and not to-do lists. Using the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle, to identify and prioritize the most impactful tasks. Minimize distractions, just like do what you can to remove those distractions from your life, to delegate and to outsource, to hand off jobs whenever possible so that you can focus on the stuff that really matters, the high priority responsibilities you have, and to practice time blocking. And by implementing these time management techniques, you can optimize your productivity, better manage your workload, and achieve your goals more effectively. These habits are not just practices, but are stepping stones to crafting your path to success. They are absolutely what can set you apart in a crowded industry. As you integrate these habits into your routine, imagine the spotlight on your next big project, not just as a dream, but as a forthcoming reality. Envisioning your success isn't just about personal gain, it's about how your breakthrough project can inspire other people around you. Your success will have a ripple effect, uplifting your peers and influencing emerging talents within the creative community. And as we explore these sort of habits further, think of them as tools in your toolkit. Each one will offer you unique advantages, and when used collectively, they can dramatically enhance both your personal and your professional life. So start considering which of these habits you can adopt or improve upon to transform your creative process and your career trajectory. Envisioning your breakthrough. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Albert Einstein, unquote. So imagine that spotlight's on you, heralding your next project success. Visualize presenting your work to an appreciative audience. Each step reflects your dedication, making a mark in your industry. Your breakthroughs set new standards, inspiring others to strive for more. Envision your journey towards achieving dreams, making a profound impact on the industry. Use that image to help you stay motivated to embrace these habits that drive your success, crafting remarkable work and shaping your future. Unlocking your potential. Now is the time to take decisive action. Begin by embracing just one new habit this week, whether it's setting your alarm an hour earlier, organising your tasks with a detailed to-do list, reaching out to a fellow professional, dedicating time to learn something new about your craft, or integrating one simple time management system into your routine. Each small commitment that you do can lead to significant changes. Monitor your progress closely and witness how these habits influence your productivity and your creative output. Above all, just promise yourself to never cease in your creative pursuits. Continuous learning and personal development are the cornerstones of a prosperous professional life. So seize every chance to hone your skills and broaden your artistic horizons. Remember, every phenomenal director began with a vision and attained success through their unwavering self-drive and through adaptability. By following these steps, you're not merely waiting for opportunities, you're actively creating them. So seize the director's chair in your life, steering your career path with purpose and accuracy. Let today mark the inception of a journey characterized by growth, triumph, and fulfillment. Take action now. Believe me, your future self will thank you for it. So thanks again for today. Do take on that call to action. Take one of these productivity techniques and start trying to build it into your life. I'm really serious. It'll make a difference. That is your call to action, as it were. Yep, here they are. Set clear goals and priorities. Create a daily schedule. Use the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. Minimize distractions. Delegate and outsource. Or practice time blocking. That is your call to action. Choose one of them, go for it, make it happen. And before I wrap up for today, I just want to remind you that my friend Stephen has just launched a new podcast. It's a stunty, fighty podcast. It's called Fights with Friends podcast. And I believe it's also on YouTube. I'm not sure what platforms it's on at the moment. It's brand new. 26 episodes, bi-weekly, 90-minute audio and video podcasts, and I think it'll be one well worth checking out. So please do subscribe to that one if you're into it, and please, it's so important. I say it for myself all the time. If you can leave them a positive review, it will make a huge difference to the success or failure of that show. So I'd really appreciate it if you would back them up. And what else should I say? Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast if you found what I've talked about here today helpful, and feel free also to leave a review for me. I would be greatly appreciative of any support you can give to this show. Oh, and by the way, yes, next week's show and the one after, possibly the one after that, depending on how it goes, are going to be slightly different, because I'm going to be reading the contents of a book slightly adapted for the podcast. And the book is called U Squared, and it's by Price Pritchett. And I read it quite recently. It's not a long book at all, and it was pretty life-changing. So it's kind of an unusual thing to do, and I'm trying not to tread too heavily on the toes of the writer by including so much of his text in what I'm going to be delivering to you. But I'm going to give it a go, and if it ends up getting taken down, well, I'll know not to try that again. But yeah, look out for that one. But enough of that. I'll end today's show with a quote from James Clear, who said, "Small daily improvements over time lead to stunning results. A 1% improvement every day for a year results in a 37 times better version of yourself by the end of the year. The power of habit is remarkable." Now take control of your own destiny. Keep on shooting. Take action and work to build these new and powerful habits, and I will see you next time on Film Pro Productivity and Success. The music that you're listening to right now is Adventures by Himitsu, and the executive producer for this season is Janet L. Butler of Disruptive Film and Audio Productions Limited. Thank you, Janet. You can listen to... No, you can't. You can view the show notes of this episode only on the official website, filmproproductivity.com. Please do continue. I'll get through this somehow. Please continue to support the show by subscribing, spreading the word, and leaving an awesome review. See you next time.